Welcome to the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Over a century ago, Breitling and Omega each established themselves as major players in the watch industry. As two of the most highly regarded watch manufacturers on the market today, both brands have obviously risen to the top. A tug-of-war between Omega and Breitling has been a common discussion. The brands have occupied two distinct spheres of the Venn diagram for the majority of their histories, overlapping in terms of style, price, and functionality. Both of these companies deliver a number of water-resistant sports watches. And let's see what these models are. At the moment, Breitling's dive watch line is split between the modern Superocean and the neo-vintage Superocean Heritage 2. The Breitling Superocean will have to follow suit. But this outstanding watch also stands firmly on its own. Before the 1950s, Breitling was best known for making iconic aviation watches, which is probably still its most famous line of watches. Yet, the Superocean was a brave proclamation that it could produce dive watches just as good. Delivered in 1957, the piece has been calibrated over the course of the years to endure, absurd water pressure. The brand celebrated the piece in 2007 with an extraordinary 50th commemoration model. You can, however, opt for the mainline family in case sizes ranging from 42mm to 46mm if the limited edition is slightly out of your price range. In contrast, Omega's line of gear for professional divers is called the Seamaster, of which there are a variety of submodels. The Planet Ocean, Aquaterra, and Railmaster are just a few examples. It's also important to note that both brands offer extremely popular vintage-inspired divers, which makes matters even more intricate. Since its appearances in Quantum of Solace and Casino Royale, it has become a favorite of everyone's favorite British spy. If you hadn't guessed, we're talking about James Bond. Considering how many of these watches appear on the market each year, the Planet Ocean has been hailed as one of the greatest dive watches ever due of its long history. The Omega Planet Ocean 600-meter master chronometer and the Breitling Superocean 244 are two very popular dive watches that each have their own dedicated followings who will vouch for the model of their choice. However, how can you determine which is most suitable for you, for your style and budget? The ultimate objective of this comparison video is to provide an answer to the question, what is the difference between the Seamaster and Superocean? The majority of it comes down to the distinctive aesthetics of each brand, movements, features, and many more. Join us as we break it down to which watch belongs on your wrist, Breitling Superocean or Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean. Let's talk about features. There are actually more similarities between these two watches than their differences. The choice of an interchangeable rubber strap, a single bezel, and super luminova indices for improved legibility. Additionally, they both possess significant water resistance. But be aware that there are differences and that they are significant enough to influence your decision. The Seamaster Planet Ocean showcases a bezel in a dial that is made from ceramic, a pricey material made better by the numbers and scaling of Ceragold and liquid metal. Omega has trademarked these materials, which were created specifically to strengthen Omega watches and enhance their aesthetic appeal. In addition, the 43.55mm Planet Ocean 600M Omega Coaxial Master Chronometer GMT features the first ever biceramic bezel, with a black and white ring that distinguishes daytime from nighttime. A helium escape valve is included in the Planet Ocean watches as well. This feature enables the watches to function properly for an extended period of time at a great depth of 600 meters or more, making them the ideal companion for your next diving adventure. Unlike the Planet Ocean, the Superocean does not have a fancy Ceragold TM coating. Yet, we can firmly say that this watch is as durable as the latter. The Superocean chronograph's water resistance starts at 200 meters, and the Breitling Superocean 44 Special's water resistance can reach a respectable 1000 meters. Then, instead of the usual thick gym-friendly watches, there's either a steel mesh bracelet or a perforated rubber strap that you can choose from. Now, let's tackle aesthetics. Possibly the most significant point of comparison between the Breitling Superocean and the Omega Planet Ocean is their aesthetics. Even though there isn't much room to play with the rules of a dive watch, you can play with color, especially since this type of ticker is generally considered to be the more casual option. However, until the coaxial 2208.50.00, the Omega Planet Ocean was not quite the Technicolor dream watch. With a bright orange bezel and matching Arabic numerals, this model updated the classic design, demonstrating that Omega was equally adept at the fun side of horology as it was in the high-end luxury stuff. Furthermore, the Planet Ocean generally sticks to its guns: blues, traditional black, and little branding. Not like there's anything wrong with the classic vibe for sure. The Breitling Superocean isn't as distinct. The manufacturer, in keeping with tradition, places a greater emphasis on branding and particulars than Omega. While some models like the BRL 187 go full wrist trophy with a gold-plated case and a full circulation of Roman numerals on the bezel, chronograph details are proudly displayed on the dial. How about movement? Omega and Breitling are both stunning watches, but it's not just about the looks. Within the sphere of chronometers, each brand is renowned for superior engineering, and this is where the competition comes close. Since its development, the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean has been powered by a number of movements. As the manufacturer develops its own movements, each subsequent model has gradually improved too. For instance, the brand new master chronometer GMT 8906 can be found in the 43.5mm GMT. This precise and highly regarded movement has continued to propel the Seamaster Planet Ocean into the current decade. For now, the Breitling Superocean 42 protects a caliber 17, an ETA 2824 movement that is not manufactured in-house. While a brand's own engineering is preferable, Breitling has outsourced the task of keeping up with the times to ETA, a company that produces movements for a number of major watch brands and is owned by the Swatch Group. Even though it isn't quite Omega quality, the Superocean still has admirable equipment. Dive watches produced by both manufacturers are stunning and exceptional. While Omega is a step ahead of Breitling in almost every other aspect of the mechanical movement, Omega is a step ahead of Breitling in terms of water resistance. Additionally, Omega is a more well-known brand, making their watches more expensive than the other. Compared to Breitling, Omega has a much longer history with dive watches, as evidenced by the comparable number of models in their respective collections. Omega's dive collection is best known for its Planet Ocean line, while Superocean watches are some of the Breitling's cheapest. Actually, the priciest Superocean costs less than your cheapest Planet Ocean. The cheapest Breitling Superocean costs $2,900, while Omega Seamaster Planet can cost you around $5 to $6 grand. However, the figures are only part of the story. Although the Breitling Superocean watches may lack some of the finesse of their Omega competitors, they still have much to offer when it comes to value. Additionally, you wouldn't mind putting these watches under the most challenging conditions of the typical dive boat. Clearly, the Omega Planet Ocean watches are a little bit more sophisticated. It's unlikely that many Planet Ocean watches will ever truly taste any of the planet's oceans. But that's not really the point. Just like similar timepieces from other manufacturers like Panerai and Rolex, they are elegant luxury timepieces that also happen to be very strong and capable. Both series make a statement, and as long as the watch industry endures, these two watches will make a decent investment. And that's it for this video. So, tell us your thoughts. Which of these two luxury watches would you go for? We are looking forward to reading your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. This is the luxury world, and we will see you on the next one.